Welcome to World Knowledge Channel. Dear friends, a relationship always requires trust and sincerity between two people. However, not everyone is mature enough to maintain that. In the world of love, there are types of men who easily become deceivers, hurting the women they love. These people can easily convince others that they are truly loyal, but they hide dark secrets. These can be flirts, disguisers, irresponsible people, and even people who live in their own fantasy world. Each type of man has its own signs, and understanding these characteristics will help you protect yourself from unhealthy relationships. Let's learn more about these types of men and how to identify them so that you can build a sincere and lasting love for yourself. 1. That's the mysterious man. This type of man often uses lies to isolate himself from outside interference in his life. And he often lies even about trivial things, because he believes that no one should know the truth about him. He feels safe when hiding in the mysterious world. My friend, when you are with such a man, you should not gossip about others. This will help him open up and start to trust, because he will see a trustworthy and loyal woman in you. But this does not guarantee that he will be honest to the end. Therefore, maintaining a relationship with such a man requires consideration. My friend, shows tact and sophistication in dealing with deception. Instead of letting negative emotions dominate, it encourages the hurt person to focus on their own values, thereby helping them become stronger and more mature. The sweet response is emphasized not only as a smart way to handle the situation, but also as a feeling of peace, self-esteem and self-affirmation. The ending also suggests that, although it may be painful, these experiences help open up better opportunities in the future, thereby leading to a sincere and complete love. 2. That is the camouflage man. These men are most afraid of negative reactions, and therefore, like the ostrich's personality, when they sense danger, they will bury their heads in the sand. As for men, they try to cover themselves with lies. He may arrange a date with you, while he knows that he has an important meeting at the company. As a result, at the last minute, he will have to hide behind unavoidable situations and deceive his woman. In this situation, you should not put pressure on him, because it will only aggravate the situation. If you ignore his excuses, then over time he will calm down and start telling the real reasons why he cannot fulfill his promise. Ryan is a successful man, with a busy job at a large company. He always appears in front of everyone with a confident and charming appearance. But deep inside he is an indecisive person who does not dare to face reality. Ryan's personality is like an ostrich, always trying to hide himself when facing difficulties, instead of facing the truth. One day, Ryan planned a romantic date with Jessica, a girl he really liked. He had prepared everything for a long time, from booking a table at their favorite restaurant to small gifts to surprise Jessica. However, at the last minute, Ryan received a notice about an urgent meeting at the company that he could not miss. Instead of telling Jessica directly, Ryan decided to find a way to disguise it. As the date approached, Ryan texted Jessica, saying he was sick and couldn't make it. He couldn't bear the thought of breaking his promise. Jessica, with a warm heart, was very worried about Ryan and offered to visit him. But Ryan, afraid that the truth would be discovered, had to politely decline. As time passed, Ryan often repeated such lies. Every time they went on a date, he found an excuse to avoid it. No matter how many times Jessica asked why he couldn't meet her, Ryan always had excuses, from unexpected meetings to personal problems that he couldn't share. Jessica gradually realized that something was wrong. She didn't want to pressure Ryan, but she also couldn't live in this confusion. One evening, when Ryan canceled the date again, Jessica decided to be straightforward. "Ryan, I know something is wrong. Can you tell me the truth?" Jessica asked with a determined look. Ryan felt cornered, but instead of admitting the truth, he tried to avoid it with other excuses. Finally, Jessica couldn't bear it anymore. She decided to cut off all ties with Ryan. She realized that this man didn't have the courage to face the truth, and his lies only made her feel more hurt. Ryan, after losing Jessica, finally had to face himself. He realized that disguising only brought bad results. If he had been braver to be honest from the beginning, things might have turned out differently. Although it might be a painful lesson, Ryan learned that sincerity is always the key to building a lasting relationship. 3. That's the irresponsible man. There are men who feel safe when hiding in the world of mystery. These men often promise something, then easily forget it, because he quickly turns his attention to other more important things. He may promise to pick up his lover after work, then meet a friend and they go to watch football together. When he meets his lover again, he will not understand why he made her angry. It is difficult to re-educate such a man, so you need to think about whether this relationship is worth all the effort you have put in. This is the type of person who lacks commitment and does not honor his promises. Behaviors such as forgetting promises and not caring about the feelings of his lover clearly show indifference and lack of investment in the relationship. This man is easily distracted by other pleasures, and is not aware of the consequences of his actions on his lover. The highlight is that it is difficult to change a person with such a personality. Therefore, continuing a relationship with this person requires careful consideration from the woman, because they need to evaluate whether their efforts are worth it. If you have followed this far, please leave a comment. I want happiness. That you will motivate us to make more meaningful videos. If you have not clicked like, please give the video one like. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel to support. We will give you a heart. Thank you very much. 4. And finally, that is the flirtatious man. My friend, the flirtatious type always tries to flirt with any woman around him. The flirtatious type always tries to flirt with any woman around him. He can cheat on his lover without feeling guilty. And when his woman finds out about this, he starts saying that it was just an accident and promises that it will never happen again. But in reality, these are just empty promises. The type of womanizer is not easily influenced to change his nature until he really wants to change. The scandals in the life of a womanizer will only bring the time of separation closer. In this case, separation is the best option. If you insist on maintaining a life with such a man, you will only receive prolonged tension. Sometimes you need to face the cruel reality, in the words of dishonest men. This will make you feel uncomfortable. But thinking back, that is the truth you want to know. There is no measure that can evaluate the honesty of men, so their lies are not easy to recognize. However, people cannot keep using lies to avoid responsibility, because in the end, they themselves will have to pay the price for their mistakes. The husband always uses the excuse of being obsessed with his ex-wife's deception to avoid intimacy and the terrible truth behind it. We thought that after the breakup, he would know how to appreciate the person next to him more. The life of the young couple would be filled with happiness, but life is not like a dream. We realize that recognizing the signs and understanding their nature is extremely important. Men who are promiscuous, disguising, or irresponsible not only cause pain but also make those who love them feel anxious and insecure. In particular, early detection of these signs can help you stay away from unnecessary relationships, thereby protecting your own heart and spirit. Finally, the most important thing is that you need to love and respect yourself. Do not hesitate to cut off unhealthy relationships. Because your happiness and peace are the most precious things. Always remember that a good relationship must be built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. When you understand the types of men who are likely to cheat, you will be more confident in making decisions for your love, thereby finding people who are worthy of your love and time. Here are 4 extremely sweet ways to respond when your boyfriend cheats on you. What are they? Let's find out together. When in love, emotions and trust are 2 essential elements that create a lasting relationship. However, when discovering that your partner has cheated on you, feelings of hurt and pain can come unexpectedly. Instead of reacting strongly and loudly, many people choose to handle the situation more delicately. That is why we will explore 4 extremely sweet ways to respond to girls who have been cheated on by their boyfriends. These ways will not only help you show your strength and bravery but also give you confidence and peace of mind. Let's find out. But women often do not know how to respond without hurting themselves in the process. Sweet revenge does not necessarily mean crying to others that, "My boyfriend cheated on me," or feeling like a pitiful victim. 1. It's women cut him off completely. Some men hate feeling helpless and alone. They like to get everything they want. And that's why they cheat. They like the thrill of having fun outside. But at the end of the day, they still want to feel at peace. Like when they come home, they want to see their loyal girlfriend waiting for them. The best thing you can do when you encounter such a selfish man is to end things with him. Once you find out he's cheating, find a great way to break up and make him feel weak. Don't feel moved when he wants you back or if he feels guilty. Generally speaking, women cutting off completely with a cheating and selfish man is a strong and necessary choice. Such men often live in a state of conflict, wanting to seek the thrill of outside relationships while also wanting to maintain peace and security in their primary relationship. They are not willing to face the consequences of their actions and often try to hold on when they realize they are losing that stability and security. Cutting off completely with such a man is not only a way for women to protect themselves from long-term hurt, but also a way to affirm their own worth and self-esteem. When a woman decides to end things, she not only frees herself from a toxic relationship but also sends a strong message that she will not accept lies and selfishness. It is important not to be swayed by a man's promises of getting back together or his feelings of guilt. It is the first step in your journey to regaining peace and self-respect. And sometimes, leaving is what is needed to force the other person to realize the consequences of their wrongdoing. 2. Women get the support of the family. If your relationship with your boyfriend is at the level where both families have met, make sure you have their support. You can absolutely contact his mother and tell her the whole story to get her on your side. Contact his mother or invite her to meet you and tell her the whole story to get her on your side. As a woman, her compassion will naturally be more for you than for him, so he will get what he deserves. You can take the initiative to move his stuff to his parents' house, and when they question why you did that, give them a clear list of everything he did wrong in the relationship. 3. It's the woman befriending the green tea. The whole motive behind cheating is to have a secret affair with a secret lover. So bringing the green tea into the light and becoming friends with her will definitely give him a headache. If the green tea is nice enough, she will at least agree to talk to you about what's going on between her and your man. Why not meet for dinner at his favorite restaurant? If he witnesses this situation firsthand, he will definitely feel the chills. 4. Women communicate with him in silence. Although there are many loud and gloating ways to respond to a man who cheated on you, sometimes it's best to say nothing at all. Although there are many loud and gloating ways to respond to a man who cheated on you, Sometimes it's best to say nothing at all. If he's a narcissist, he'll feel very uncomfortable being ignored. Ignore him for a long time. Don't answer any of his calls or messages. Let him feel abandoned and guilty alone. Revenge isn't always the solution to a cheating boyfriend problem, but taking some action in response to him will definitely lift your spirits a little. Overall, the decision to completely cut off a cheating man shows the strength and bravery of a woman. In a relationship, when a man deliberately betrays and continues to seek selfishness for himself, the best thing a woman can do is to end things. This action not only frees her from lies and hurt, but also protects her own dignity. When faced with deception, the way you react can deeply affect your own emotions and future. Sweet responses not only show strength but also help you maintain your dignity and bravery. Instead of falling into unnecessary arguments, choosing a delicate way of handling things helps you distance yourself from toxic relationships, while creating space for yourself to recover and grow. Emilia is a young girl living in a vibrant city, where neon lights shine brightly every night and life is always full of surprises. She falls in love with Alex, a boy with an attractive appearance and a charismatic personality. They had a great time together, but things started to change when Alex was often absent without any apparent reason. One day, while cleaning the house, Emilia accidentally discovered a message on Alex's phone. The message was from a strange woman, with sweet words that anyone could tell that something was wrong. Emilia's heart felt like it was stabbed by a sharp knife, and she decided not to ask right away but to observe quietly. In the following weeks, Alex continued to act mysteriously. He often received calls in the middle of the night and often had to go on business trips without telling Emilia. She felt like a ghost in her own house. Finally, unable to bear it any longer, Emilia decided to find out the truth. She spent an evening following Alex when he went out. Instead of going to the meeting as promised, he met another woman at a coffee shop. The sight was a shock to Emilia. The obvious deception made her feel abandoned. After returning home, Emilia sat alone, her heart heavy with thoughts. She had once trusted Alex and thought he was the perfect man for her. But now, everything had collapsed. Instead of confronting Alex immediately, Emilia decided to say nothing and just stay silent. In the following days, Emilia kept her distance from Alex. She did not return his calls or texts. Alex, who was highly narcissistic, sensed the change in her demeanor. He began to worry and wonder what had happened. Emilia secretly thought that not responding would make Alex feel guilty and face the truth of what he had done. When Alex finally decided to approach Emilia to ask why she had been avoiding him, she decided to tell him how she felt. "I know everything about what you did. You cannot imagine how I felt when I found out about this lie," she said calmly. Emilia decided to cut off all contact with Alex, not only because of the betrayal but also to protect herself from further hurt. She realized that she deserved true love, not empty promises and lies. Life went on, and Emilia became stronger. She learned to love and respect herself, something she had never thought of before. No matter how many challenges lie ahead, she knows that she will always find light in the dark moments. Finally, remember that identifying what is not good for you is the first step towards a happier life. Self-love and self-respect will help you build good and healthy relationships in the future. Don't hesitate to walk on your own path, because you deserve a sincere and lasting love. If you find the video useful, please share it with more people, as well as subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you in the next video.